What's going on, everyone? My name is Fidel. I am 1 month post patellar tendon rupture, and I'm nearly 1 month post-op as well. So I actually ruptured my patellar tendon playing football in a charity football match. Complete freak accident. But then again, in my case, it was a little bit of a ticking time bomb, as I had a lot of patellar tendonitis in that area anyway. Like I said, I'm 1 month in, and I'm going to talk about my journey and the things that I've been doing for the last month. So, in regards to the first week after surgery, it was pretty rough. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't really shower without assistance. I couldn't really get downstairs without assistance, couldn't get upstairs without assistance, couldn't get food without assistance. It was, yeah, I'm not going to lie, it was crazy. Especially the first few days, it's a shock to the system. After surgery, and you really will learn, if you are going through this, especially in that first week, who is really there for you and who does love you, right? You'll learn that very, very quickly, for sure. Just even little things like making food for yourself, you know, just, I don't know, just checking in on you, and just little things like that. This injury has already been humbling, and I'm only 1 month in. But yeah, in a nutshell, the first week was a lot of being on medication like cocodamol, ibuprofen and stuff like that. But I feel like after the first week, maybe the first 2 weeks to be honest, things definitely get better day by day. The first week is a struggle. For me personally, I found it quite hard. But I'm here now, and I'm telling you now, it definitely does get better. Again, I'm only a month into my journey, and you know, I'm sat here now with pretty decent range of motion of that knee. I'm currently at 90 at the moment, and for 1 month that's pretty good, you know, being able to sort of flex, and yeah, it's not too bad at all. But yeah, done it playing football. That first week was pretty rough. Second week things start to get better, they really do, in terms of pain and the swelling. Obviously you can't see it right now. I'll make another video and show you guys my swelling. It's definitely a lot more swollen than the other knee, but it's gone down so much in comparison to post-surgery. But yeah, I actually started physio very early, and to be honest, I may be a little bit naughty for starting physio early, because with me doing this injury, I've done a lot of research on what works for people and what doesn't work for people. And I've been looking at things online, and there was one guy called the Panda Man, and so many other great YouTube accounts in regards to patellar tendon ruptures, which was great because there's just so much information nowadays. That's the good thing with this, because let's say, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, I doubt there was a lot of info on patellar tendon ruptures. It's quite a niche injury. But nowadays, there's actually a lot on it, you know, so it's easy to see how people recover, what people are doing, and, you know, when they start physio, when they don't, you know. So it's been pretty good from an educational standpoint to look at that perspective. I have started physio. I started physio 2.5 weeks in. Say what you want about that, but, you know, so far so good. Yeah, I guess my tendon is definitely still in that healing phase, for sure. But from what I've been told by my private physio is that the loading is actually really good for the tendon itself. So yeah, we've obviously been working within those safe ranges with my physio, and just been super careful. We haven't done anything outlandish. Again, I will show you the videos of me doing the exercises, but it's been a lot of like hamstring work, a little bit of like body weight leg extension work with like a rubber band. I've been using a band like this to do like leg raises. Been doing a lot of hip work, work with my posterior chain. It's been really good from an educational standpoint. You know, I've learned so much already in 1 month about my body. A lot of RDLs, you know. But yeah, it's been humbling. like I said, you will learn a lot about people and if they do really love you. If you are going through something like this, again, I'm only 1 month in and I've learned so much already. Anyway, in regards to week 3 and 4, some of the things that I have been doing. So I've just been doing my exercises set out to me by my physio. Again, a lot of hamstring work, because the one thing that I have realized is my quad and my leg in general has just wasted away. Again, in that first week, you're bed bound, right? You're not doing anything. You're not even walking on it. So you're pretty much not doing anything at all. So you have to imagine no activity. Your leg is literally locked straight for that first week. You're gonna lose so much muscle, right? So, and that's what's happened to me. Like my left leg, I know I've got tracky bottoms on now, so you can't actually see, but my left leg in comparison to my right is just, yeah, the difference is crazy. I'll show you a photo, I'll tag it to this video so you guys can see. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work in terms of rebuilding my left quad and my whole leg in general. But that's why I also wanted to start physio as soon as possible and work within a safe range if I could, because I knew if I was to wait for like 6 weeks before starting physio, it would have been a monumental uphill battle to get my leg back to where it needed to be. And I thought, you know what, if I can work within a safe range and start early, that's what I'll do. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been working with my physio. His name's Aaron Tasker. We've been doing some great work so far. He's a great guy. And so far, I'm feeling great, honestly. Like, after surgery, my leg was locked straight for 2 weeks. And then I had an appointment at the NHS, and they said to unlock my brace 10 degrees every week. And I just thought, you know what, I'll speak to my physio, my private physio, and see what he says. And we've just been going off of what feels right, you know? And obviously if I feel pain during like the exercises in the tendon, then, you know, I'll communicate that with him. So I'm not being silly with anything that I'm doing at the moment. Everything's within a safe range, and, you know, I'm being able to communicate. But already I can walk without crutches and I feel comfortable. I've got a little bit of like a limp, but that is to be expected. Again, I'm 1 month in. But I'll even show you guys. I'll stand up. So I'm just gonna walk up to the camera like this and walk back. And it actually does feel solid. So like I said, my brace is actually at 90 degrees now, but I'm able to do a little bit of a squat here and there. But again, it's very, very early days and I'm not pushing it. So I'm just doing what I can and just testing the boundaries. Because the one thing that I've researched on this, like tirelessly, if that's a word, but loads, is, you know, the amount of research that's out there on patellar tendons and what people are doing to recover from it in terms of, you know, hamstring exercises, in terms of like hip exercises, your posterior chain, as I mentioned before. Like, there's just so much out there for you to work on. I feel like sitting in bed is probably not the best move. And that's what I was told to do, you know, is to rest, especially in the first 6 weeks. Like, people would see me in the gym and they were like, what are you doing in the gym? Like, you should be resting, you shouldn't be putting that load on it right away. But, you know, it generally feels good when I'm in the gym, and it feels much stronger now already in terms of my quad and in terms of my hamstring, you know. I mean, God forbid, if I was to rock up to physio whilst it, you know, being straight, locked in straight for 6 weeks, it would have just wasted away and I'd have literally no strength. And I'd have to, like, again, it would just be a monumental battle to build my leg back up. But I feel like with me starting early, I've definitely set the foundations out for it to, you know, to recover strongly. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's still very early days. I'm still learning so much. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know it all, because I don't. And, you know, I've heard of people re-rupturing as well during this process. So it's I've got to be careful, and you know, it's one of those things. It is a learning process, and it's a tough process to go through. So anyone that's going through a similar thing will tell you as well that it's not easy. But I do feel as though this last month will probably be the hardest because yeah, like I said, not being able to shower by yourself, not being able to, you know, make your own meals, get around, like just do like normal day-to-day things, like get downstairs and stuff, not being able to do that, it's just crazy, you know? Like, yeah, even being outside, being on your feet is overwhelming. The thought of even being in a social setting, like for example, I've been invited to a boxing event next weekend. I don't think I'm gonna go because I don't think I'm ready. Because the whole thought of being in a social setting, knowing that, you know, I can't actually, you know, move around very quickly is quite daunting, you know. So I think making the right decisions, especially 1 month in, is important. And if someone is going through something similar, don't be afraid to say no to things, especially if you're, I don't know, if you've ruptured your patellar tendon. Your progress might be going well, but I saw another video of another guy saying that, you know, his progress was going really well. I think he was like 3 months down the line, but he got carried away and he re-ruptured his patellar tendon just because he got carried away in thinking that everything had gone back to normal. But this is also, like, obviously it's not a good thing that happened, but it's a blessing that he's documented that, because people like me and people watching this video can watch that and be like, oh, actually, you know what, I'm not going to get carried away, and I need to also respect the timeline, you know. So that's one thing I am going to do. I've been told that, you know, this is probably going to be 6 months to a year for me to get back. I think I'll be back, you know, to my sporting abilities in terms of running and being athletic, and obviously I enjoy a lot of boxing. So I think I'll be back to doing what I need to do in 6 months, which will take me to early summer, as we're at the back end of January now. So yeah, that's my my goal. I want to be back at work for March. I'm not working at the moment. I work as a personal trainer and a boxing coach. So at the moment I've just been bed bound and having time off. But my goal is to get back to work for March. And I think, you know, I'll be able to do that and hold pads for people by March. You know, I feel like already I've made so much progress in terms of actually, you know, sitting down, bending the knee, and feeling comfortable. Like, I'm sat here right now and I genuinely do feel comfortable. So, and it's come a long way in such a short period of time. So, you know, who's to say it won't keep progressing, you know? Even the range of motion right now, it feels good. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video and you know, share my progress. This is my first video sort of talking like this, so hopefully this video helps someone. And yeah, no, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I think what I will do with these videos is I will maybe put out a video every couple of weeks, just to see what my progress is like and just to see what works and what doesn't work, and hopefully it helps someone, because like I said, the videos that I saw online helped me massively, especially in this first month. But you know, it's a long road back to full recovery, but you know, we're here for it, and yeah, we've got to stay mentally strong. See you guys on the next one.